Today we're here at the McVeigh Law Firm here in Kingsport, and I'm joined by Lee McVeigh. And Lee, thanks for having us out today.
Absolutely.
And we're talking about estate planning. And tell us about estate planning, what it's all about.
Sure. So a lot of people, they hear the word estate planning, they don't know exactly what it means. They know it means probably a will. But when we talk about estate planning here, we're talking more of an all-encompassing process.
Right.
And so that's going to include talking about a will and what happens to your stuff when you pass away. But we're also going to talk about other documents that people need, including powers of attorney, healthcare powers of attorney. And with some folks, we'll have a discussion of whether it may be more appropriate to have a trust versus a will and that sort of thing. And then we'll also talk about things that we don't necessarily do here, but things like beneficiary designations on accounts and other things that determine what happens to your assets when you pass away. So it's really more of an all-encompassing process.
Now, everybody needs to think about it at some point, but who really needs to think about estate planning?
Well, you're right. I always joke that my competition is inertia and getting people to think about it and actually do it. But it is really, everybody needs to do it. From young families, their motivations for doing it might be different. Right. So a young family that's just had a child, they probably want to do it more to provide some protection and guidance if a catastrophe happens and somebody needs to take care of their children. Whereas somebody that's thinking about retiring or things like that, they need to think about it just in terms of, hey, we need to plan for the future, and we need to make sure that we take care of our assets and know what that looks like and can feel comfortable about what that looks like when the time comes.
And you were talking about what it looks like. Well, what does this whole process look like for folks when they come in here and talk to you?
Sure. We always have an initial meeting with folks, and that will be kind of a get-to-know-you meeting. We'll get to know them, what their goals are, what they want to accomplish, what their concerns are. Sometimes, if people already have documents in place, we'll look at the documents that they have, see if they need to make changes to those, that sort of thing. And then after that, there may be what we call a design meeting, where we meet again and we talk about, hey, last time these are the concerns you had, and this is how we're going to take care of it. This is how we're going to alleviate those concerns and meet the goals that you have. Typically, we'll have a meeting after that we call the signing meeting, which is pretty self-explanatory. Right. It's where we sign the documents and everything. The I's are dotted and T's are crossed, and everything's taken care of. Sometimes, depending on, we modify that a little bit for folks, but we try to make it as easy as possible and try to be as efficient as possible to make sure that those things are taken care of.
And I guess this is the important question for a lot of folks. This is where the rubber meets the road, so to speak. What is all this process going to cost?
Well, I typically will give folks the answer, and I tell them it's the lawyer answer, which is it depends. Right. And so it really does. Wills are obviously a little bit simpler, easier to prepare versus, say, a trust. Right. But so there's a wide variety of the actual cost of that service. We always, the initial consultation, that get-to-know-you meeting, we always do a free consultation for that. We don't charge folks to come in. I don't charge folks to look at documents they've already had prepared. Then, after we've talked and said, hey, this is what we're going to do and this is how it's going to look like, at that point we'll tell people this is what it's going to cost. This is your typical cost you're looking at. But nobody ever commits to anything just coming in. You're going to know before you say, yeah, this is what I want to do, you're going to know what the price or the cost of something is going to be before you actually pull the trigger and commit to it.
All right, very good. Some great answers to some questions. And I think a lot of folks, this is like an introduction to estate planning, and that's what we're all about here, is getting people informed. And Lee, thanks for having us out today. Look forward to more time with you down the road as we get into this whole process. And you can find out everything you need to know by checking out the McVeigh Law Firm here in Kingsport. We got the information for you right there on the screen.